Okay, we're going to start in tabletop today. So on hands and knees, I just want you to look straight down. You can feel free to even close your eyes here and bring yourself into your body. And connect physical with the mental and emotional realms. Easiest way to do that is a conscious breath in and out. As you begin to take deep breaths, feel yourself relax. Feel yourself connect. Focusing on our breathing brings us into the body, brings us into the present moment, allows us to focus on right here, right now. With your eyes still closed, let's start with a gentle cat cow. So you'll inhale and drop the belly, open the chest. And exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And with eyes closed, you can really focus on sensation, how this is feeling in the spine. So you don't have to worry about what it looks like as much as how it feels. And keeping that in mind, you can add some more organic motions, maybe circling the hips or just rocking your shoulders side to side will feel good. Just taking some movements here in tabletop to check in with how you're feeling today. From here, we're going to come down to our belly and keep hands right underneath the shoulders. Really strengthen your legs back behind you. Press tops of the feet down. Pull those elbows back to your low ribs. And you want to keep the back of your neck long. We're just going to start to lift through the chest, elongate the spine. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Just touch your forehead down. We'll do this several times. Inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. One more. Good. Interlace fingertips behind your back this time. And exhale the air out. This time we'll squeeze the shoulders, lift the legs back behind us, lift the chest. So you're in locust pose. And relax and touch the chin down. Inhale as you lift and hold, opening the front body. Exhale, relax. I'll do 3 more. And last one. And then bring your hands back under your shoulders. Press yourself up and take a child's pose or a puppy pose. For your arms and your hands, you can have your palms face in with your pinky fingers down. Use that pinky side edge of your hands to dig into the mat. Stretch your arms and your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and come up and transition into a plank. So spread your fingers wide. We're going to step those feet back into a plank. Nice and active through our shoulders. Our hips are not dumping. They're also not too high. So we're just right in line with the rest of our body. And we're going to start to do those rocks into down dog. So you should be able to move from your plank without moving your hands or feet. You should just be able to lift your hips and press your heels down into down dog. With that full body stretch, and then rock back into your plank for strength. Press back, down dog. Press forward, plank. Press it back. Down dog. Press it forward, plank. And press it back into your down dog. Take 3 deep breaths. Let your head hang heavy. Use the weight of your skull to help decompress your spine. And roll your biceps forward. So your triceps are really engaged and your chest is open. We're going to walk our feet up to our hands. And feet are going to be hip width distance apart. You're going to have hands on your shins. And we're going to start in a flat back here. And then you're just going to bend your knees as deep as they will let you. And then straighten your legs. If you need to go wider with your feet, you can. But we're going to do that. Let's do that 10 times. This is 3. Keeping that flat back. Sending the hips back. Two more. Good. From straight legs, slowly come up to standing. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down a few times. You may feel a little bit of a head rush. So just take a deep breath to reset and finish with your chest open, palms facing forward. We're gonna reach those arms overhead, grab our left wrist, and stretch up and over to the right. Breathe into your left rib cage. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Swoop the arms high. Grab your right wrist. Stretch it over to the left side. And breathe into your right ribs. Inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Bring hands to your low back. Pull your elbows back. Open the chest. You have a little bend here in your knees for a standing back bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Fold forward over your legs. You might have to start taking layers off as you get warmed up. Find your forward fold. Inhale, find that flat back again. And we're going to just find your fingertips on the floor. Step your right foot back for warrior one. So we're going to turn our heel down, ground through both feet, and come up. Arms overhead, drop in, and breathe. Inhale. And exhale, lean forward, airplane your arms back, palms facing up. You're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades. We're gonna do 10 pulses for our posture. So you're just gonna pulse those arms up for 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both hands on the inside of that left foot, and you're going to adjust your right foot back. So your heel is lifted and you're in a runner's lunge. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bend into the left knee again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale. Reach left arm high for a twist. Hold your twist. Feel this in your left glute. Inhale. And exhale, step it back into your plank. Nice job. Hold your plank strong. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower to both knees. Inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Press tops of the feet down. Lift your heart, cobra. Exhale, relax. Locust pose, hands behind the back. Open the chest, lift the legs. And relax. Press yourself up. Take that puppy pose. Pointer fingers down. Pinky fingers down, I should say. Stretching the shoulders. Come up, transition into your down dog. Rock forward into plank. Press it back, down dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Fold forward. Hands on your ankles or your shins. Bend the knees. Straighten the legs. Come up. Reach high. Grab left wrist. Stretch to the right. Big breath. Center, switch sides. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Fold forward. Head is heavy. Decompress. Fingertips down. Step your left foot back, warrior one. Other side. Settle into it. Try to enjoy every pose. Lean forward, airplane arms back, palms face up. And we're gonna pulse those arms straight and up for another 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down on the inside of that right foot. Adjust your left heel up. So you're in a runner's lunge. And you're gonna lift through that right leg and sink back into it. Inhale up. Exhale. One more. Reach right arm high, twist. Hold it. Release right hand, step back plank. Nice job, hold your plank. This time come down to forearms for forearm plank. Actively pressing down. So your shoulders are active. Wrap those abs. Squeeze your kneecaps. Then lower to the knees, lower to the belly. Sphinx pose, you open those palms and keep the forearms as they are as you open the chest. If this is too much for the low back, just drop down a little bit. You can also move your hands further out in front of you. Make sure you're active through your pubic bone so you don't hinge in the low back. If your hands are way out in front, you could also practice straight arms, lifting the elbows, and just make adjustments as needed for your back. Wherever you're at, try to drop shoulders away from the ears. Have that pulling back motion through the arms so your chest is open. And then slowly release it down until you're laying on your belly. Take a moment to breathe. Then we're going to lift, actually bring that right knee out to the right. And you're gonna kind of bring yourself back up onto your forearms. And since your right knee is up, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. So since your right knee is up, your left arm is gonna thread through. And then you're gonna lower down and reach that right arm back and come into a nice spinal twist. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Unwind it. Nice job. Slide that right knee down. You'll bring the left knee up. So now this time our right arm is going to thread underneath our left. And then we're going to swing that left arm back. And we're in spinal twist on the other side. I'm feeling this through the chest and the pec muscle. Also through the thoracic spine. All of us will feel this a little differently. And don't be afraid to play with that left arm. You can roll the wrist out, make it a cactus. One more inhale. Exhale. Release that left arm. Bring yourself back onto your mat and pop yourself up into a plank. Send it back into down dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Move your big toes together. Lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, curl left knee to nose. Move forward in your plank till your shoulders stack over your wrists. Come back up into your three-legged dog. And exhale, curl it in. Kick it back up. This time, drive your left knee through and step with the left foot into a crescent lunge. So back heel will stay lifted. If you need a little bend in your back knee, that is fine. Right into crescent lunge. And your option for arms up, arms down by your sides. My left shoulder is bothering me a little bit. So I'm just going to keep my arms down, kind of reach back behind me. Feel strength in the legs. Okay, we're going to move into airplane. You're going to lean forward into that left leg. Start to lift off that right foot. Take a little step if you need it. And then work on your balance. Arms can extend back behind you. Or you could work on your warrior three by reaching the arms forward, biceps by the ears. Either way, we want to keep our low back flat and inner spiral the right thigh so our hips are even. Nice job. Come back into your crescent lunge. Plant your back heel and drop into warrior two. Left knee bends. The hips are open now. The shoulders are open out to the right side. And then arms float up to shoulder height. You can check in with your arms, look back, and make sure you're creating that straight line. Again, taking a moment to feel that strength. in the legs, creating lots of heat in the body. Exhale, left arm high, reverse warrior. Know that you can always bend your joints and you can come out of these postures if you need to. Your practice can be soft. It doesn't have to be super rigid, especially if you're feeling a little twingy, have some aches and pains. You want to back out of pain, not discomfort, but it shouldn't be painful. Okay, let's go to extended side angle, left forearm down, right arm up and over, scoop the left hip. If this bothers the knee at all, you can come up to the left hand so you don't have as much pressure there. You could even drop deeper and come onto the ankle or fingertips on the ground. Your right arm can reach straight up, or you can go up and over. Very nice. Release, come up to standing, turn into a wide split. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs. We're going to reach our arms out like we would for down dog, and then bend your knees and send your hips back a little bit into a squat. Feel free to bend and straighten the knees. You can also move into side lunges for your hips and inner thighs. Just be playful here with your movements. Then straighten your legs and slowly come up to standing. Very good job. Step back to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center, close the eyes. Take a moment to reset. And again, get more comfortable if you need to. Inhale from here, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step it back into your plank. From plank, lift the hips up to down dog. Big toes together, right leg lifts high. Exhale, curl knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, curl. Into your plank. One more time, pick it up. Step it through. Crescent lunge. Shift weight to your feet. Come up to standing. Breathe. Transition to airplane. Shift forward. Right into that right leg. We balance. Inhale. Exhale, step it back into your crescent lunge. Plant your back heel. Warrior two. Dive into the right knee. Right knee and toes face forward. Outer spiral of the right thigh. inner spiral of the left thigh. And when I say that, you can literally kind of do this outer spiral with your hands and then do that inner spiral with your hands. And it's more of an energetic feeling to help get your body in alignment. Extend the arms, breathe. Reverse warrior, right arm up. Being soft with your joints. Extended side angle. Your choice. Using the forearm, the right forearm, the right hand. You can drop to the ankle or the floor as well. Nice job. Come up. I'm going to turn towards you. We're going to turn back into our wide stance. And this time I want you to turn your toes slightly in from your heels, little pigeon toed. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. And bring your hands to the floor. I just want you to lift your big toe mounds, lift the inner lining of your feet, and feel that stretch through your outer shins. You can bend the knees as you need to. You can also, again, take some side lunges. You could also just fold forward. Now ground through your feet, press through your legs, slowly come up. Turn back to the top of your mat. And hands together at heart center. Close the eyes. Notice how you feel. Get comfortable again. Good. Whatever works best for you. We're going to come down to the mat and do some spinal rolls. Grab your legs, roll back, find yourself back on your seat. Working on an even roll through the spine. One more time. Nice job. We're going to come down onto the back. Hug the knees in, massage side to side. Back to center. We're going to bring the legs to tabletop. Alternating toe taps. You can have hands on your hip points and your ribs so you can feel your abs engaged. We don't want to arch the back. We also don't want to completely flatten the back. You want to find that neutral spine where you can barely fit those fingers under your low back and your core is engaged. Then we're just going to tap those right toes down, come up, and then left toes down and come up. That is 1. We are going to go to 10. Breathing each time. 4. 6. 8. 9. And 10. Hug the knees in or find a resting pose. Nice job. We're going to bring our feet down. Knees are still bent, and we're just going to lift our right leg up. I want you to extend your arms out by your sides, and we're just going to circle that right leg out and around and bring it back up the midline. Nice job. We're going to switch directions of that circle. Circling out and then down the midline. Nothing else moves. On this last one, I want you to turn it into a hamstring stretch. So you're going to reach up that right leg. Feel free to extend your left leg if it gives you a better stretch. Lifting nose towards the knee. Good. Relax. Switching sides. So we're going to place our right foot down. We're going to lift our left leg up. We're going to keep that right foot and right leg as it is as we stir that left leg one direction. And then switch directions. And then turn it into a hamstring stretch. Using your hands on the calf. Stretch out that left hamstring. Drawing it in towards your nose, towards your chest. And release that side. We're going to plant our feet and bend both of our knees. I'm going to put a block just because I have one in between my knees. You don't need one, but if you do have one, it'll just give you a little extra here for your bridges. So we're going to bring arms down by our hips. Lift our hips up into that bridge. Squeeze the block if you have it. If not, just focus on activating your glutes, your inner thighs. You're going to lower those hips back down and pop them back up 10 times. And we're not pelvic rolling on this one. So think of this more of like a plank where you're just keeping that spine neutral and just lifting straight up from your hips and lowering from the hips. On that last one, you're going to hold your bridge at the top. Take some deep breaths. And then lower the hips back down. Arms out to T. Again, you're just going to drop those knees over to the right and look to the left. Breathe right into your hip bone, your left hip bone, kind of through your side. You might feel tight there in your psoas. For extra, you could bring that right ankle onto the left thigh, but that can put a little extra pressure on the knees. So, not necessary. Come back through center. Let your knees drop to the left and then look to the right. Bring it back to center. Create a little teepee. Let your knees fall in on each other. Let your feet go wide. Your option to bring hands to heart, hands to belly. Just take a moment to connect. Hopefully feeling a sense of relief from your practice, a sense of letting go, but at the same time, reconnection. If there are any other poses that your body needs, feel free to add those in. You can also transition fully into Shavasana or final relaxation pose. Putting a few minutes of our practice towards stillness. towards reflection. Notice your thoughts. Do not attach. Notice your patterns, but do not judge. As you take deeper breaths, imagine that being new energy, pulling in the new, and exhaling the old. Breathing in what you need, what you want, what you desire. Exhaling any negative thoughts, feelings, beliefs around that. Breathing in the good, breathing out the bad. And take your time to move out. Finish in a seat. Finish by asking yourself, what am I grateful for right here, right now?